Good afternoon, fellow traders. It's Black Coffee Trader coming at you here on a Thursday afternoon, December the 11th. And we are done trading early today. Had a great day. If you would have told me yesterday that after the $4,000 losing day yesterday, I would bounce back today with nearly a $4,000 winning day, I would have said, yeah, probably not. I knew it was possible, but I wasn't expecting that. Typically, I'm looking for, if I have a red day like I did yesterday, it's going to take me a couple days, maybe 3 days to bounce back. But man, just honestly, as unlucky as I felt yesterday trading my setup, today everything just clicked. I took 2 trades today, very nice trades, and just very clean, just super, super clean. So it's just a reminder out there, if you're trading and you're struggling, if you have a system that you know works, just stick with it. And if you have a red day or if you have some red trades, just understand that, it's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. You're going to have red days. You're going to have red trades. And if you don't deviate from the plan, size up, don't do stupid things, and just keep working your system, you'll be okay. And I think that's really the lesson that comes out of this for me. So I'll show you the 2 trades here on the charts. I'll show you TradeZella, and then we'll talk about the markets and just give you a little bit of an analysis of what I think is going on. As you can see today, the NASDAQ, after the market open, was it's been junk. Now, we have reclaimed this level here, and right now, it's about 1:20 in the afternoon. It looks like we might hold this level and push to new highs, so we'll see. But NQ, not a very fun chart today in the New York session. Here's a trade I took in the pre-market this morning. A very, very, very nice trade. And here again, this is why you've got to trust your system. Looking at this level around the 25,620s, right at the 25,620s, we had held below that in the overnight. And then we came up and tested this, rejected. So we were getting rejections here, and then we flipped. We pushed above it, and we started testing this level. And as we retested this, I had to take that trade. That is just such a good trade. And I was really kind of looking for the 700s, just a round number 700. I was like, hey, if I can get there, that's a great trade. It's a pre-market trade. I typically don't trade the pre-market, but as I watched this unfold, I was like, man, I've got to try this. So stop right below these lows, or above this level, or below that level. First target hit. And we just rode that thing all the way up. And honestly, that was the pre-market high. So figure that one out. That's, I think, kind of the market saying, you know what, yesterday we took you out, tick stopped you out a few times. So today we'll give you some, a full nice win right at the high. So thank you, market. But yeah, that was an excellent trade there. And then the second trade of the day. And here's the other thing too. I was quite happy with that trade. At that point, I was up about 170, 168 or something like that across all the accounts. So I was back to green on the week, and typically I kind of would walk away. However, as the market opened, soon after the open, I saw this beautiful break and retest of, if you follow this channel, PDH, prior day high. I love break and retest longs above PDH. And as you can see, this trade really ended up being an absolute, it's just a monster move. I obviously wasn't looking for that when I took the trade. I was like, you know what, I have to take this setup. And I want to talk through, and this here is again why you've got to trust yourself. So this is what I was looking at. During the market open, the Dow Jones shoots higher. We go all the way up here, nearly test this next level. We pull back and we start wick holding. We start several wicks holding this level. Now, I want to jump to NQ and look at NQ during the exact same time frame around that 9:45 to 10 o'clock hour. So let's jump to NQ and let's go to the 9:45, 10 o'clock hour. And this is what we were seeing. Massive, massive drop to the downside on the NASDAQ. And during that same time frame, flipping back to the Dow Jones, we had the same thing. We had a move up, but we weren't getting this sell down pressure or this big move to the downside. We did have a lot of sell pressure. If you look at the cumulative delta, there was a lot of sell pressure here, but we were absorbing that pressure and holding above that high. And so I was like, I've got to trust my setup. I'm going to take this trade. And I did. I took it with a little bit smaller size, targeting kind of this high area. You know, took one off here, took the other one off there at the top. We did a rebound there, and then the market really ran. And, you know, I could have just left that one on and left it sit, maybe trailed a stop. Maybe I should have. But honestly, at that point in time, getting out of that trade, I was up, you know, $250 per account. And, you know, nearly $4,000, $36.60 green day. So I was very happy with that. But it just reminds me of how important it is to trust yourself, trust your trade, and when you see it, swing the bat, man. Just, you know, hit the ball. That's what this is all about. So feels great. I'm pretty happy, as you can probably tell, just bouncing back after a big red day like that yesterday, and really pretty much making the entire thing back up today. So that was awesome. Let's look at TradeZella. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you this little spreadsheet. So here's what you can see. Yesterday we on the accounts dashboard. Yesterday we were showing a $3,700 red day because I took a trade in the overnight session on Tuesday night that actually counted yesterday, even though on TradeZella it's a little bit different because of the day-time split. But yesterday we had a $3,700 red day, and today we had about a $3,700 green day. So we are back to plus 150 per account on the week, up a couple $1,000. So really happy with that. That's just a really good feeling. I don't care who you are, that's a good feeling. TradeZella, let's take a look here real quick. So here you can see today. Let's look at the weekly numbers this week. So we're up back to 2,300, 57% win rate. Just, you know, these numbers are pretty much in my sweet spot where I typically see things. So that's a good thing. And on the month, we're still, let me get the right spot here. On the month, we're probably still pretty good. Yeah, about the same. 5,200, 57% win rate, 1.16. I mean, these are the numbers that typically, this is how I typically trade. It's in that 60% range. I had last month, I think had a week or a couple of weeks where I was in the 80%, which is high, really high for me. And it's probably really high for most anybody. So, but anyway, really good day today. I was really happy with it. Let's look at some of the setups. Just real quick, I want to show you some of the setups today, just so you can see them. This was the last one. Let me scroll down here where we can see it. So here you can see it a little bit more vividly as we push through. You know, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks holding, took the entry here, and obviously I did adjust this target. I think I brought it down to like right here, was where I first took the first one off, and then I moved this one down to like right here at these highs. But just an excellent trade. I mean, absolute A+ setup. You got to try that. You got to trust it. And then the first one, if I can get there. Here's that first one. Again, you can see that clean hold above that level, and we just took it. And yeah, really good trade, $162. So I think I said 168 earlier. I was a little bit incorrect. So, but yeah, that's the day. Last but not least, I want to show you. This is just my opinion. You can, you know, yell at me in the comments if you want. This is just my opinion. But NQ has been just not pretty. Let's just face the facts. It's been not pretty. Here you can see the last really couple of weeks, we've really been channel bound. We test these highs, we test these highs, we test these highs. And we just really don't go anything, or don't go below some of these lows here. We're just stuck in this range. This is very difficult for a lot of people. It's difficult for me. And I was looking at some charts today. Let me just pull this up. Here's NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA for the last couple of weeks. We had a big move up, down, and we've done a lot of sideways in the last couple of days. We've bled lower. If you move to, let's look at like Meta, for example. Meta is another one. Looking at Meta, we've had some up downs, but really over the last week or so, we had this big spike, and then we bleed lower. So I think these are some reasons I believe why we're seeing some of these things in the NASDAQ. Let's look at Google. Google's another one here that, I mean, look at what this stock has done over the last, couple of weeks here. Just a slow bleed lower. And that has an impact to the NASDAQ, and I think that's where we're getting some of this sluggish move from. So how do I get rid of this? Hang on, here we go, there. Now, looking at something like the Russell, for example, look at this chart. Just a beautiful stair step. This was, I really was looking to trade this. I didn't get to trade it today, but this market, just a beautiful stair step move higher. I mean, that is about as methodical as it gets. We're above the all-time highs, making new highs again today. So very interesting. That's something that we're going to be looking at a little bit more probably over the next couple of days. And I guess the long and the short of it is I've just had some better success trading like the Dow Jones, trading the Russell. I think I might have taken a Russell trade yesterday, but I've traded it before. But I've just had more luck trading some of these markets than I have trading NQ because of this. Looking at NQ, getting a picture of how the market is behaving when I look at NQ and when I look at ES, I think that's very valid. But then looking at some of these other indices or gold, for example, I do trade gold quite a bit. And yeah, it's been a winning system for me. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for where this market's at and why it's doing what it's doing. On a side note, I've also had a really good day on some evals. As I told you, I'm affiliated now with Lucid, and I've had some Lucid accounts before, but had a really nice day on evals today. And again, I went back to just copy trading these with my funded accounts in about an $800 day across most of them. Some of these newer Apex ones, I did buy 5 more Apex ones. If I can pass those, I finally have my 20 Apex accounts, and obviously working on Take Profit Trader. Yeah, it was a good day today, and just being diligent, being disciplined, and even with evals, I have to just trade my system. I think that's one of the things I've done so wrong a lot of times is I will just willy-nilly trades when I'm trading evals, and it's just a recipe for disaster. So anyway, enough of my rambling. Thanks for following along. Don't forget about the sales going on. You can see in the rotating banner, Apex, Take Profit Trader, and Lucid, a couple of prop firms there that I'm affiliated with. Code BCT gets you the best deal for all of those. Apex, obviously that big 90% off. Take Profit Trader, that 30% off, no activation fee. Very, very good deal. And also Lucid's running a 35% special. So thanks for using my code where applicable. If you do, I appreciate that very much. And if you're just here for the video content, that is completely fine too. I love you guys. Thanks for following along. And I hope you guys had a good day today. And we'll catch up with you on the next one. Take care and so long.